So have you ever felt like your AI coding assistant is kind of like a super smart intern, but not quite a seasoned expert? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Well, today we're diving into a really powerful solution for that exact problem. It's called Antigravity Awesome Skills, and it's basically a massive library designed to give your AI the real expert-level chops you actually need to get stuff done.
You know the feeling, right? You ask your AI to, say, architect a new microservice, and what you get back is, well, it's just a generic boilerplate. It's like having that brilliant intern who's aced all their exams but has zero real-world experience. They know the theory, but they don't have the instincts of a senior architect. That's the exact gap we're talking about bridging today.
Okay, let's break down what that difference really looks like. A generalist AI? Sure, it can write some Python code. But an expert AI? It knows the Pythonic way to write that code, the patterns that make it clean, efficient, and readable. It doesn't just know what AWS is, it can spit out the exact CloudFormation syntax you need, right now. And that leap, from general knowledge to specific, actionable expertise, that's everything.
So what's the missing ingredient here? Well, even the smartest AIs, they lack that deep, specialized domain knowledge. They can plan and reason all day long, but they don't know your team's specific deployment process or the little quirks of that new framework you're using. Just like a new hire, they need to be taught. And this is where this idea of agentic skills comes in, and it's a real game changer. Think of it like giving your AI a brand new superpower, the ability to learn and then execute these super specific tasks with the kind of precision you'd expect from a human expert. Okay, so what is an agentic skill? It sounds complex, but it's actually incredibly simple. At its core, it's just a small, well-structured markdown file. That's it. The best way to think about it is like a playbook. It's a little cheat sheet you hand to your AI that says, hey, here's the perfect way to do this one specific thing, and it does it that way every single time.
And that brings us right to the main event, the Antigravity Awesome Skills repository. And look, this isn't just a few helpful scripts somebody threw together. We're talking about a massive open-source library. Let's just take a quick look at the sheer scale of this thing.
First off, the volume is just wow. We're talking over 1,200, and that's 1,200 battle-tested, high-performance skills. These aren't just theoretical. They've been used in the wild. This covers pretty much every part of modern software development. This is absolutely a professional-grade toolkit, not some weekend project.
And it's not just us saying it's great. The developer community has definitely noticed. We're talking more than 24,000 stars on GitHub. That's a huge vote of confidence. It tells you right away that this is one of the most popular, most trusted libraries of its kind out there. People are using this and loving it. Now, here's what might be the best part. These skills aren't locked into some proprietary system. Nope, they're built for wide compatibility, working across at least 9 major AI coding assistants. What does that mean for you? It means you can probably use them with the tools you already have and love today.
So let's see how this actually works. Whether you're a command line person using something like Claude Code or Gemini, or you live inside your IDE with a tool like Cursor, you can just call these skills directly. Even if you're a big GitHub Copilot user, you can still get in on the action. It's just a bit more of a manual copy-paste. That kind of flexibility is a huge win.
And the coverage here is it's the whole shebang. It covers the entire development lifecycle. You've got skills for core development work and Python or React, of course, but then you've also got skills for infrastructure with Docker and AWS, crucial stuff like API security, even data and AI skills for things like RAG and prompt engineering. And it doesn't stop there. There are even skills for business planning, SEO, and copywriting. It's really comprehensive.
Okay, that's a lot. So where do you even start? Well, the project actually points out a few fantastic starter skills. You could kick off your next big idea with that brainstorming before you even write a line of code. Then use that architecture to map out the whole system. Need to write documentation? There's that doc co-authoring. And of course, you absolutely need that security auditor to keep things safe. These are perfect, practical ways to jump right in.
All right, so we get it. Individual skills are cool, but the real power, the real magic, happens when you start combining them to create these incredibly powerful real-world workflows. Let's see what that looks like.
So check this out. The true power is in chaining these skills together in a single prompt. Look at this example. You're not just saying, review my code. You're literally telling your AI to use the @security auditor skill and the @API security best practices skill to review a specific endpoint. You're basically assembling a tiny, specialized team of experts on the fly to do a super focused, effective audit. How cool is that?
But let's take it even one step further. You can actually chain these skills across an entire project. Let's say you're building a new SaaS MVP. You start with @brainstorming to hammer out the features. Then you bring in @architecture to design the system. For the coding, you use a specialist like @TypeScript expert. You make sure it's solid with @test-driven development. And when you're ready to go live, you call on @Vercel deployment to ship it. Every single stage is guided by an expert skill.
So you see, this is way more than just a small tweak to your daily workflow. This is a fundamental upgrade to how you collaborate with your AI.
So, you're probably asking, okay, I'm sold. How do I get started and supercharge my own AI assistant right now?
Well, believe it or not, you can get started in like 60 seconds. It's surprisingly simple. Seriously, you just run one command in your terminal to install it. After that, you can pop over to the interactive web app to browse all the skills, check the quick usage guide for whatever AI tool you're using, and then just start using @skills in your prompts today. It's that easy.
When you equip your AI with this massive library of expert knowledge, you're really transforming it. It's no longer just a simple code generator. It becomes a true partner, a partner in architecture, in security, in strategy. The possibilities here are just huge. So the only question left is, now that your AI is ready for an upgrade, what are you going to build first?